So if you're starting your first faceless YouTube channel, YouTube automation channel, then one of the first things you're probably thinking of is what niche should I choose? And so today I'm just gonna go over 10 different niche ideas that you could choose from. So the first one is gonna be Dwayne's Aviation. Now this one's pretty cool. This one's very niche down, literally just to airplanes. So if you're interested in aviation or planes, then this might be a niche for you. And you can see they have 43,000 subscribers, and on average they're getting pretty decent amount of views. And their most recent video has 8,000 views from like a little over a week ago. And so they're getting pretty consistent views so far. And you can see this channel was created back in 2019 and has almost 10 million views. So that's pretty crazy for that. And going on to Socialblade, you can see in the past 3 years, they have 74 uploads. Now that's not a lot of uploads. So I think this is very doable. And as far as money-wise goes, Socialblade is always off just because these CPMs are 25 cents to $4. And so at the high end, $2,000. Keep in mind, because this aviation, you're probably getting a higher CPM, so this can easily be at least double of it. And on average, you can see they're getting at least like 20,000 views a day, so that's pretty cool. Now, next one is going to go ahead and be Comparison List. So this one's a little bit more niche down because it literally has to do with using like a certain software to go ahead and actually make these videos possible, because they're literally just scrolling through a bunch of different types of things, whether it be most populations, most alcohol related deaths. So it's kind of random statistics, but the way they go ahead and show it is pretty interesting. And as far as their channel goes, they created this back in 2020 and they have almost 20 million views. So that's pretty wild. Now going to their Socialblade, you can see they're getting up to 2.2 thousand for a $4 CPM. I'm gonna go ahead and keep repeating this. And on average, they're getting a little over 20,000 views a day. A little bit on the low end this past week, but from the beginning of the month, they were definitely getting a little bit more traction. Next one on the list is going to be North 02. Now, as far as this niche goes, I really do like it just because it's something different. So this isn't like your typical history channel. It's more of like a prehistoric one. And just seeing over here, you can see it's from like the Bronze Age society. And they joined back in 2018 and they already have over 30 million views on it. And one thing I really like is all these thumbnails look really unique and different, and they definitely look clickable. And mind you, they're just pictures, and only a handful of them, like this one and this one, have text on it. So they've definitely went ahead and found their niche. And looking at their Socialblade, they have 165 videos in the past 4 years. And right over here, earnings up to 6,000 for a $4 CPM. Keep in mind, this isn't even counting any sponsorships or brand deals that these channels might have. And on average, they're getting probably around 60,000 views a day. That's pretty solid. I want 60,000 views a day. Next one is going to be Voyager. Now this one comes close to my heart just because this is literally the niche I'm currently in. I'm doing space tech, and so this is one of the channels I'm also looking at and modeling. And one thing I really love that they're doing is their videos are long, precise. They have a really crisp voiceover, and these thumbnails just look so amazing and clickable. That's one thing I love about them. I mean, look at this. It just looks amazing for it. They started it back in 2020, have almost 40 million views. And as far as their Socialblade goes, they're getting a little over $6,000 a month for a $4 CPM. And on average, they're getting, oh wow, they really skyrocketed this past week. Almost 300,000 views in one day. That's crazy. But with that skew, let's say without it, maybe at least 50,000 views a day. But with this, daily averages, oh, okay, 50,000, it says it right there. Next channel is going to be BTM Basketball Time Machine. Now this one is specific to, you guessed it, basketball. Now if it were me, this is a niche I wouldn't choose just because I don't watch sports and I don't know anything about basketball, so this wouldn't really fit me and I wouldn't know what to research. But one thing I noticed that they're doing really well is they really know their niche. They're being specific. They're not choosing like top 10 richest NBA players of all time, top 10, I don't know, like those kind of typical videos. They're niching down. Like right here, you could see this one right here, the Dennis Rodman. They leveraged Dennis Rodman's name. They leveraged Grant Hill's name. And then from over here, almost 500,000 views, they leveraged Michael Jordan's name. And of course, they put a twist to it, like funniest stories. But they're doing a really good job. If you're looking to do a sports niche or a basketball niche, make sure you go ahead and just niche down even more in it. For example, particular names, just because if somebody sees a name of a player that they like or dislike, that might bring curiosity for them to go ahead and click it. As far as their about section goes, they started back in 2018 and have over 70 million views. So they're doing really good for themselves. Over 6.9K a month with a $4 CPM. They're probably making more than this, not including brands and sponsorships, and an average 57,000 views a day. So they're definitely doing really well. All right, so they grew huge they got a lot of views in 2020, kind of dipped, but it's still it's still pretty consistent just kind of looking at this from 1 to 3 million. Next channel is going to be free investing, and contrary to what their name suggests, this isn't really an investing channel. This is more of like a motivation channel where somebody in the background goes ahead and talks, and then they have stock footage over it. So right here they're leveraging Robert Kiyosaki's name, Warren Buffett, Dave Ramsey, Charlie Munger. So yes, these are investing people, but in the end, it's just audio in the background talking. And as far as this goes, they started back in 2020, have over 80 million views. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm gonna keep saying that because it's wild just seeing, just in 2 years, they're able to get that much traction. And then the one kind of caveat I saw was this D+ rating. I was a little bit confused, but when I checked down, I realized why. It's because they went ahead and deleted a few videos, and this could probably be because maybe they got copyrighted, maybe they got strikes, which sucks for the channel, but I'd be careful on this one. So if this is something you want to model or do something similar, maybe you might want to change your strategy and not use the audio fully like that, because they definitely did something wrong. But regardless of that, they're definitely getting a good amount of views, like on average to 77, but that's mainly because of this one right here. They're getting probably 250,000 views a day, so they're definitely doing well for themselves at over 9.3 thousand with a $4 CPM. And again, it's probably way higher than that too. So next niche is going to be spill, and this is something I found fascinating just because these types of videos I like because they're kind of documentary style, but they also have like a drama kind of aspect to it, just because it's showing basic drama that happened in YouTubers and famous people. Right here you can see the pink lady. I remember when that happened a few months back. Ned with his cheating scandal and then ended up getting kicked out of Try Guys. So, but one thing they're doing really differently is that these aren't just like 5, 10, 15-minute videos. No, they're doing full-on like documentaries, like 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. So they're definitely doing a phenomenal job, and because of that, they're reaping the reward. I mean, you could see right here, they're posting roughly 1 a week, and because of this, each video gets like at least 100,000 views. This one right here popped off, over 500,000 views, over 250,000, 137, a million. So it's like they're getting viral videos pretty easily, and the reason I say easily is because they're putting in the work. They know how to go ahead and make it happen. And then just looking at their about section, they've joined back in 2018. Bro, they almost have 400 million views on it. And then just looking at their Socialblade, I mean, look at this, 301 uploads, up to 11 grand a month for it, with a $4 CPM. And again, this isn't even counting the brand deals or sponsorships they're getting. So this is definitely much, much higher. They're probably even making more on brand deals than just AdSense alone. Right here, look, they're getting roughly 100,000 views a day, 92,000 views a day. That's insane. So which channel is your favorite so far? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, the next one is gonna be Nutty History. And I really like the name of this channel and how they branded it. But it's, as the name suggests, it's about history. And one cool thing that they did about this one is that all their thumbnails, they look so clean and crisp. It looks like somebody went ahead and did a drawing of it. And now, I don't know if this is all animated. It probably is, because all these look really, they look really nice, man. And I'm like really, if this was my channel, I'd be really proud of how this turned out. Almost 500,000 views for it. And they started back in 2020, and they have 67 million views. So they definitely branded this well. They went ahead and did solid videos on it, which is why they're reaping the reward. And now looking at the Socialblade over here, 11.7K a month with a $4 CPM. And again, they're probably making a lot more than this. They posted 272 videos in the past 2 years. So that definitely is a lot of videos in the past 2 years. But they probably had a solid team behind to go ahead and make all this happen. And on average, they're getting roughly 100,000 views a day almost. Now, next one is going to be Wow95 Official. Now, personally, this isn't something I do, just because this is more of a fail channel. It's not a failure of a channel, but it's literally a channel dedicated to showcasing failures, like security cameras catch a gem, ship fails, horrible storms. For these, usually I don't see a lot of channels doing well on it, just because a lot of people do this, but they definitely did it in a more positive way. They definitely did something much better. So if this is something you're interested in, I definitely go ahead and check this channel out and see how they're making their videos, just because you could see they have under 100,000 subscribers, but each of the videos they're putting, they're getting way more views than what their actual subscriber count is, minus this one over here. But yeah, 386, 1.5 million, 1.4 million, 500,000, 900,000, 2.4 million. So these guys are definitely doing a really good job for it. And then just keep in mind, they have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. They have 31 videos. They only have 31 videos up in the past 2 years. They created it back in 2018. Oh, wow. 75 million views. So this channel definitely did their research, did a good job for it. And I mean, everything shows based on Socialblade. With a $4 CPM, they're getting on average $25,000 a month for it. That's crazy. That's insane. With only 31 uploads, and on average they're getting 209,000 views a day. That's insane. Well, this is an average from Lifetime, but right now, based on these views from the past 2 weeks, it's probably like 125,000 a day. But if this was me, I wouldn't complain for that many views. Next one is going to be Sesh. Now, this is more of a kind of drama, keep up with the news kind of thing. This is a channel that's interesting to me, but personally, I wouldn't want to go ahead and do something like this just because I'd have to keep up with the celebrities and the news, which I'm really not interested in that or doing it. I'd be more interested in doing the documentary side of it, like let's say the life of David Dobrik, which is more kind of evergreen, rather than like David Dobrik is in trouble. He's probably in trouble because something happened 2 days ago. I don't know. Haters go to Dobrik's. I don't know. But as far as this channel goes, they're definitely doing a good job. They branded it really well too. Like they're doing like their thumbnails just alone. They're doing everything right with like the big pictures, with the big faces just popping up just because that's what people like seeing. The yellow text so it looks a lot clearer. And I love the fact that they put articles in the background. That just makes it, this is unique. Like I've never seen something like this. So good for them that they're getting all this success for it. They started back in 2018, over 280 million views. And now looking at their analytics here, 980 uploads. That's insane, but you have to go ahead and upload a lot with this kind of news-related channel just to go ahead and keep up with these things. And because of that, they're reaping the reward of over $35,000 a month with a $4 CPM. Again, this isn't even including the brand deal, the sponsorships that they're getting, just because I checked out their videos, and yes, they do have some sponsorships in it, and their link in the description, so I can only imagine how much they're actually making just from brand deals alone. And on average, they're getting, wow, 500,000 views in a day. Actually, it might be 250,000, but that's still a lot of views. And on average, a little over, almost 300,000 views a day. So that's insane. And then you could see based on their chart, they stayed steady for a while. And then just these past few months, they started popping off a little bit more. So they definitely changed something in their videos and they're reaping the rewards for it. So thank goodness, whatever they're doing, good for them. And that's it for the top 10. But I want to go ahead and show you one more. This one, it's the last one. It's one of my favorite channels, Sunny V2. It just shows these different type of documentary style videos with like different YouTubers. I know I said I didn't like drama, but the way they do it and just show the different stories of how these different YouTubers went ahead and went to be. I just love seeing this. And I always go ahead and check their channel out and just like watch different videos, even rewatch some just because I love the way they put them. But if I were starting another channel, this is the type of niche I would do. Just these kind of documentary style videos, whether it be of YouTubers or whether it be of just famous people in general, those type of documentaries, not necessarily drama style, but just documentary style, because I find them fascinating and interesting. And on average, they're doing like 10-minute videos, at least 8 minutes. They're not doing it nearly as long as the other channel I showed you that was doing like 30, 40, 50-minute long videos, but they're still doing really well for it and they're reaping the reward. And you can see they joined back in 2019 and they have over 541 million views since then. That's crazy, man. That's insane. I can't imagine that many views in 3 years. I hope I get there one day. They're 76th ranked in their country. And for a $4 CPM, 164,000 a month. Now keep in mind, this probably takes a huge team that they're doing, but this isn't even including any brand deals or sponsorships. I know I keep repeating that and saying that, but it's the truth. And on average, they're getting over 1 million views a day, 1.3 million. That's crazy. That's wild, man. Let me know what was your favorite channel so far. Are these channels you guys watch usually? Let me know in the comments down below. And make sure you click this next video so you can learn more about YouTube automation. And until next time, bye.